It's been a huge couple of weeks on the water for pelagic action, mate. I've been talking to a lot of fishers around town. The sailfish have been in, the mackies have been in huge numbers, and mate, Ginge gave me a call the other day and said yellowfin tuna were on the menu.
I received the same call, and Ginge have confirmed what you just said, and it's not a species that we find up here that often, and when they are around, people are frothing, and understand why.
100%, man. They literally pull most fish that I've ever hooked on top backwards, especially that initial strike. But before we get into the nitty-gritties of the pelagics, mate, I've got a little video that everyone needs to see because everyone's named me Pincushion now. And there's a reason for that. Let's have a look. Oh. Yeah, good fish.
You and your little nano drag.
Oh, only because I destroyed this reel last time we did it, mate. Saying that, it's a good opportunity to mention that Daiwa sent me a brand new reel straight away. As soon as they knew something was wrong with it, mate, and the warranty side of it was very easy. How's that first drop, man? You don't disappoint, do you?
That's right.
Saddle, good saddle. Oh, big trouty poos! Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo!
Decent size.
Mate, it's probably one of the biggest I've ever seen.
No, it was good.
Oh, that's a PB right there. Happy with that. It wasn't so long, but how fat is that fish?
Correct.
That's got some girth on it.
Now, I've got a little secret to tell everyone. Just quietly, when you were filming your intro, mate, I had a spew. And it was a good luck spew because it's a little bit sloppy out here.
I do get seasick.
Look how careful he is.
It's alright, not deep.
Yes, it is.
Oh, this guy.
Stop shaking your
I
bastard.
can feel it. Watching
Oh
it,
my
I can
god,
feel
that
it.
hurts. A shit ton.
You didn't even swear too much.
No, I did. I just edited it all out.
Oh, did you? Just
Don't
shut
you
the
not
hell up.
remember?
Well, I was there behind you.
We'll worry about that fish in a second. He's tangled in the
You're not
line.
going anywhere now.
Well, credit to Ocean Legacy that those hooks are sharp.
Camera, yes?
How is that for luck? That is deep, deep in there too.
Oh my god.
There was no sympathy from Ginge, was there?
Well,
Shocking fella.
It hurts
like
so
once
much, but
before.
I can't believe I've done that again. All right, let's rip these
You need
hooks
to go
out.
watch his channel because I swear
twice in
this
his
guy
boat
gets
and two
hooked
fingers on
every
your hand,
Every
right?
time.
Like every time. All right, anybody watching this, I have got no patience for this today, so this is coming straight out. It's gonna hurt like a mother.
Yeah,
Actually, hold my hand.
yeah.
Ginge was like, no, I'm going to get sprayed with
Fuck! She's like, what the f
Just
is
look
going
at
on?
it again.
So, Ginge,
So good.
this is how I start the morning, mate. Last time I caught a shit fish to start the day, so this is a better result, but it's still shit. Let's have a look at this fish. All right, now that is a proper one.
That is an absolutely beautiful coral trout. First drop, new spot. Oh,
Mate, I am so excited to see what the rest of the day holds if that's fish number one.
size of it.
He's a monster.
Good, not a bad one.
Beautiful. He's over 700, that's pretty cool. We got Vince out with us today.
Hey! Hello everybody.
Vinny was probably more excited than me because I can't be
good.
too excited when I get a handful of fucking hooks.
So it's becoming ridiculous now. The boys have just nicknamed me Pincushion, but we've stopped the bleeding, thank God. It's not a good start. Great start on the fish, shit start for the injuries. Damn it! Ginge got little, Vinny got monstered. Have a look at that shot. Look at the sky. Look at that handsome human reeling the fish up. Lorena's going to be very worried about me, isn't she, Vinny? Slide him over. Whoa! That's him.
Hopefully we don't get a big one for you now. No, we can get a decent one now. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good fish.
That's a proper on.
Yeah.
It's definitely looking for the bottom, whatever it is. I got this, Vinny. Been doing this for a while, mate.
No worries. Golden again.
Jeez, I can catch a golden.
Another good one.
Big fella.
How's that for a bit of fun, Vinny? Yeah, boy! Happy birthday, mate!
Happy birthday to me! We come out here to catch bottom fish, boys, and all you seem to do is catch pelagics.
No one's complaining, mate. The rods are bent, their fish are big.
Oh.
Let's get into it again.
It got really slow, didn't it, Vinny? Now, Ginge
Exactly
normally
right.
puts you on these fish for hours on end, but we knew that the tide was only moving until that point in the morning, which was, I think it was about 8 o'clock.
Yes, correct. So I checked actually the whole lot this morning. It was 8:38, 45 low tide. So lunar was actually pretty average. On my app was 54%. We got those 2 trouts early in the morning, I reckon, just on the last push of the tide, and then died.
Just
As
went
you say,
dead.
that's it.
Absolutely dead. And
Nothing
it's not
happening.
uncommon for that to happen. You know, even though we're in the Pilbara and the fishing up here is absolutely red hot.
We were finding fish.
Yeah.
They were just not playing the game.
Not eating. But what we did notice, and you know, you hold tight. At that point in time, it's not worth going 30 nautical miles or 40 or 50 nautical miles out, turning around and going home. Wait it out. Wait till the tide swings. Because when the tide swings, the fish get active again, don't they?
Yeah.
What we did notice though, the birds were active. The pelagics were on the surface.
Yeah.
And again, Ginge was very, very certain we were going to catch yellowfin tuna.
He said that early in the morning. He said that the day before, yellowfin tunas were around, and I reckon we just got lucky to be in the right place at the right time as well.
Yeah.
That's also involved into fishing, and we just found some birds. Well, and we say, you know what? If the demersal don't play the game, let's start casting.
Let's go get the
And that's what
pelagics.
happened. Yeah.
Oh, yes, that was a mac. That's a mac.
Vinny's on again. He's killing it. Oh, big swipe. On.
Maddie's in, I reckon. Another Spanish.
Yes.
Good gapping. Good gapping.
Boys are on! Yeah, the boys! Oh, they're airborne! That's that tide change that we're talking of right now, isn't it? It's made them froth. Yep.
Oh, yes.
Longy! Yes!
Hey,
Longy.
here's the long.
Here's a longy.
Nice left hand. I'll see how you get all your fish.
Yeah, right. Oh, yep. Oh, that's a better fish. That's a better fish, man. That was right at the boat. This could be a yellowtail, dude. Just need that shark to fuck off. Please be yellow. Racing the sharks, racing the elements now. Please be a fin, please be a fin.
Come on. Give us some yellow.
Fin.
It is. It is. It is. It is. It is a yellowfin.
Yes!
Up, 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 up.
Yeah, boy!
That is just epic again, mate. You haven't disappointed. Finger's been on the pulse since the second we got out here. All I wanted today was a yellowfin, and you said they're out here.
Singing. Singing. Fuck that. He ate the old log torch.
Oh, what the fuck? I didn't even move that yet.
That's when you know that you are in the G spot.
You are right in the G spot. No way! What is going on here?
Well, I've been sick of watching everyone else hook up on the stick bait, so I've borrowed another one. And it's just on. There's that many mackerel and tuna frothing around here. The sounder is just lit. And we're getting these guys in the box.
You. Happy birthday, Vinny. What a session.
Come here, tuna! I don't know if it's a mac tuna or a yellowfin. It's not fighting as much as the yellow one I thought, but heaps of sharks around. Oh, they're just nailing the back of their cast.
Isn't it? Now just a sailie on stick bait to top it off. Oh, at the boat. People that spend $1,000 on a casting rod, I'm like, what for?
True that.
So the sounder below the boat was lit. Like it was like a Christmas tree of colours down
We
there.
were on 40 meters of water in that case, and it was, yeah, 3/4 of the screen was all fish. Great.
It was madness, and you know that even if you don't like eating pelagics and you're a demersal fisherman because you like eating them, try that out. That is just so much fun. And to be on top of a school of fish like that and casting and getting a hit or a strike or a chase nearly every single cast.
Oh yeah, nearly every single cast, you're right.
And I've edited that right down. So that was probably 45 minutes of action right there.
Yeah.
And there would have been, I just said behind the camera, and then probably 20 or 30 mac tuna strikes and hits that I just didn't film.
Oh, so good. And we released
Crazy.
a couple of yellowfin tunas as well.
Well, we're actually getting to that, Vinny.
Yeah,
so
beautiful.
I've got plenty of segments here coming up that's going to just blow people's pilbara minds on yellowfin because it was on when they came on. They came on.
It was on. Busy time.
Just quickly, while we're on the mackies, now I did mention as well that I don't use wire when I fish for mackies.
Yep.
It's a very expensive way to fish for mackies, by the way, because they bite stick baits off nearly every cast if you're not doing the right thing. When the mackies are around, secret, haul ass, just real fast.
Yeah. And especially with mackies, I've noticed, and we actually see the confirmation later on the video, I've noticed bigger lures works better.
Yes. Longer, right?
Longer lures, yes. So you were using something slightly smaller, if I'm not mistaken, than what I was using, and you see from the video at the beginning, I was catching mackies. You guys started getting the tunas.
Yes.
I have hooked no yellowfin. You guys got all the yellowfins, so that there is a little pattern there that we can have a look at.
100%. Look, I think your mackies are chasing bigger fish. The tuna are chasing the smaller bait fish. As the episode goes on and as we show more clips, they're probably going to contradict this a little bit because they did start eating the bigger baits.
Yeah. Okay.
But it was because they were coming harder and harder on the bite. So my advice would be always fish your smaller up to 100 mil sort of size stick baits for your tuna initially, and then once they're hard on the bite, they're going to eat. They'll throw a boot if you throw a boot in there.
Once you're on, I guess, yeah.
So let's have a look at a bit more, Vinny.
Potentially huge. Actually, they're right there, aren't they? That is bullshit how quick that was. We call them tuna, C-H-O-O-N-A, but really we should be calling them tuna, shouldn't we? Pronunciation's a funny thing, you know, like down in the southwest we have a suburb called Cockburn, and everyone seems to think it's called Coburn, but nowhere in the English language does CK silence or soften the it puts emphasis on, so it's Cockburn. So anyone that thinks it's not, it's a cohead. Oh, they do that, don't worry. Like a good curry. Stick bait sink a bit. Colour. Oh, bang! Oh, what the f***? Man, this might be a who. This could be a who, bro. No, I lost it. No, it's back. Yeah, thanks, man. I'm in a bit of a pickle here. I reckon that was a who, man. First one was anyway. That was a hawking, man.
Oh, yellowfin!
No way!
Yellowfin! Yeah!
Yellowfin!
We found him again!
Yes! Gaff, Vinny D! Quick, Vinny, it's right behind you, mate. Thanks, mate. I can gaff him. Cheers, mate. Yes!
It's a good one, eh? I might even have one here. Oh, no.
Yes!
Yes, mate.
He's inhaled that.
I was thinking we'd have to have some best boy.
Oh,
Good
sick!
one.
Two, look at this. Vinny, help me out.
That's probably the mud scud.
Don't worry about that.
Riptide?
Riptide,
Yeah,
okay.
riptide.
We'll try that again. For me, Ginger, it was the Nomad Riptide, and he's absolutely inhaled that, but these are amazing fish,
I
aren't
just
they?
had a little Helco, I don't know what it's called, but it worked an absolute treat, just in that king brown colour.
That's a slide dog, guys.
Slide dog, that's the one.
You boys, it is on. How good is this, Ginge?
What did I tell you? I'm going to take you out here. We get some yellowfin. We don't
look
normally
at
get
that.
yellowfin up here in the Pilbara, but I thought, we're getting a couple now, and it's on. We are going to have an absolute ball out here. There's birds everywhere, it's busting up. It's going to be a good time.
Let's get them processed, mate, and we'll do it properly. We said this before in the last presentation that we've really got to treat them well. So at this point, we're fucking around too much. We'll gill them, brain spike them, so ikijimium, and straight in the ice, mate. Let's get it done.
Mine's half bled already.
Yeah, mine's bleeding. Ikijima, straight into the brain there, knife behind the eyeballs, back in at an angle. He's now dead. But before he dies, so you've got to be quick on the bleeding, because once he dies, his heart will stop beating very soon. So we just want to cut through the clear membrane behind the gills, and he's bleeding beautifully now.
Yeah.
So the yellowfin are on, legends. We're just hauling ass. I'm using a big stick bait, and I would never have picked this stick bait for a yellowfin, but it's working. That's the Nomad Riptide right there, guys. It's the 155. That's the sinking version of the stick bait, and all I'm doing at the moment is throwing it out, letting it sink slightly, about maybe 5 meters, and then hauling ass with it.
That's the wings flapping. Literally.
Oh, Jesus, you don't get a second to even think about it. Oh, this could be a fin that hit high. Who's over here? Oh shit, sorry mate, this is absolute carnage, man. Yeah, I got a fin too. Oh, I dropped it. Oh, right at the boat. Oh, it's a good one too. Yeah. That school hasn't dove down. It's just been sitting on top the whole time. Oh! Oh, yes! Yeah, red hot.
Yellow.
No way.
Hell. Now he's woken up.
Yep, mine just woke up too. We're gonna cross. I'll go under. Yep. Isn't it? What a spectacular fish. Look at that. Just mad. Okay, he's coming home. I'm going to send this one back. See you, buddy. Good.
Vinny, that was a very special moment.
Yes, sir.
Those yellowfin were just insane. And before we go any further, you'll just notice that we've got a fresh face on. This is Matty Vizza, guys. And Matt, you were heavily involved in the tackle industry for a long time. Tell us a bit about it.
So I brought Assassin tackle to Australia. Just basically saw a big gap in the land-based fishing market. There wasn't much high-end gear on offer or stuff that was actually going to do the job properly.
Yep.
And yeah, we brought the South African-based Assassin brand to Australia.
And it was great gear.
Yeah,
and
really
you
good stuff.
you've actually built and developed a lot of gun fishermen now that fish land-based in Perth, especially down in the southwest. You all know who you are, guys. But mate, look, it's a tough gig, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, to get the conversion into that high-end land-based gear, because it wasn't really done here before, it took about a solid year to get people to uptake. But yeah, once everyone started using the gear and saw the benefits of it,
And the quality.
yeah, and the quality of it, and it's built for purpose. You know,
Yeah.
South Africa, we don't have the luxury there of all the marinas and easily accessible beaches to get your boat out. So it is predominantly land-based fishing.
And you got to cast far.
That's the other thing. You need to be casting, even if you're lure fishing, you need a 80 to 120 meter cast to get your lure to where it needs to be.
Absolutely.
So hence the Amia range that we brought out, and that rod, just about anybody could cast it over 100 meters in the 11 footer.
Now, retail-wise, because price is a massive thing for a lot of people. A lot of people watching this right now are in that beginner, sort of intermediate level of fishing, right?
Yeah.
They're looking for a rod and reel that's going to do the job, but they don't want to break the bank.
100%.
So, I mean, in your range, what was your basically your price range to start?
Started from about $220 upwards.
Yep.
But now Assassin, not that I'm doing it anymore, but that range is very versatile and very wide now. There's rods there from $130 upwards, and still a really good rod, going to get your lure out, help you land that fish. So there is a rod for everybody now in the Assassin range.
Look, and we were talking about this as well, Vinny, out on the boat. I'm using a Shimano Jewel. It's a $180 rod. It's a casting rod. I've caught 40 kilo fish on that thing, and lots of fish in between, and it's still running strong. So don't let price fool you. I think there's branding is a massive thing.
100%.
All your big brands, your Daiwas, your Shimanos and that, have their cheaper rods and reels. Doesn't mean they're any less, or they're going to catch smaller fish, does it?
All right, and we also need to understand that every rod, as Matt was saying, is built for a purpose. So it's very important. And if you know me from the shop, one of the main questions I always ask every single customer is, well, what do you want to achieve? What do you do with this rod? If you are ready to spend some money for a new rod, I need to understand what kind of goal you have in mind, where you're gonna be fishing, what fish you're gonna be targeting, and then obviously it helped me out to help you out with your money.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the thing. You want me to show them a couple of rods while we talking about that?
Mate. What did you bring with you first?
So those are two of the rods that I generally bring with me on a boat. One is the classic Terrace that most of you have already seen around. They've been around for a long time. This is a 50-pound rod. It's a 6.9. And the other one on lighter gear is 20 to 30-pound Nomad. This is the inshore spin. I only brought them because I generally use them most of the time on the boat. You don't need anything super heavy to catch these fish that we've been catching on this episode, and they have done most of the damage for me in this year and a half up in the Pilbara. Obviously, unless you're targeting GTs, that's a different story.
You're lucky because you work in a tackle store, so everyone's going to think that you can just take whatever you want, but we all have to earn money, mate. So money is a big thing. And my personal opinion, and correct me if I'm wrong, Matty, once you get so into fishing that it becomes an obsession, you want to buy expensive gear.
100%.
It's a thing.
Yeah.
But you don't need it to start.
No,
and I wouldn't
certainly
recommend it
not.
to start.
Expensive gear makes fishing, you could spend 3 times the price and your fishing might be 2% more enjoyable. It's really just, I think these days, you want something new because it's exciting. It gets you out there fishing. You know, I quite often do it. I might not fish for a few weeks and then I'll go to the tackle store, buy a few new bits of tackle or a new rod, and now I'm excited to go and fish again because it's a new rod. But whether it's a $20 Kmart rod or a $1,000 Japanese direct rod, you're still going to catch the same fish.
Yeah,
it's just going to make it that little bit more enjoyable. It's going to be a bit lighter in the hand, a bit more comfortable.
Yep.
The high-end rod's probably going to cast a bit further and help you land the fish better. But with saying that, you don't need it. It's not a requirement to go out and catch a fish.
So, Matty, thanks so much for joining us up
absolute
here, mate.
pleasure, yeah.
Your time is really valuable, mate, because you've like I say, lived and breathed in the tackle industry. And I'm dying to get out for a fish with you.
Well, we got to go.
You've got a fish boat, haven't you?
I don't catch many fish.
No, it doesn't matter. I'll do that for you.
There we go.
So I think, anyway. But we're going to roll on to a competition now, mate. We've got, now, it was an absolute star of the show the last time we did this competition.
People had the great fun.
This week's prize pack is thanks to our good mates at Adventure Sports Karratha. You could win this Techni Ice cooler filled with tackle and a $250 gift voucher to set up your next rod and reel combo. Adventure Sports is a mammoth-sized one-stop shop for all your sporting and outdoor needs. You will find experts throughout the store who will talk you through every aspect of your next fishing, boating and camping adventure. You'll find everything from sporting gear and clothing through to marine and off-road safety equipment. There's specialised electronic gear and the Pilbara's biggest range of spearfishing, diving and line fishing equipment, which is sure to see you land your next fish of a lifetime. First of all, what we're going to do is introduce everyone. So who have we got? Everett? Hannah?
Sorry, guys.
Lacey, and come right in, guys, so that we can get you on the camera. And sorry, what was your name, love?
Summer.
Summer. I just love this. We've got a majority of ladies, young ladies in this competition. Is there some scared boys out there? Is that what's going on? We've got the moderately priced Shimano Nexib combo. This is from Adventure Sports, and it's basically the cheapest rod and reel that I've ever fished with that I absolutely love. And it casts really well. So what we're going to do, one by one, we're going to have one turn each at casting this lure into the balloon board, right? Now, if you hit the red balloons, you're going to win the prize that we just saw on the TV. It's a big prize, guys, right? So it's it's probably valued up around $750. But if we fail that and we just hit the green balloons down the bottom, you're going to win yourself a milkshake thanks to the tavern. Can't have milkshake? Well, we can improvise. I'm sure we can have juice or something like that. Okay. If we pop the white balloons, we're going to get you a snack and a milkshake. We'll confirm. The Samson Tap have some cool prizes here. I'm trying to think of prizes that aren't beer at a tavern, right? Because I'm assuming nobody at this age is drinking beer yet. You shouldn't be. Now the blue balloons are special. If you pop a blue balloon, you're going to win a fishing shirt thanks to Adventure Sports. Now, my tip is to go nice and gentle and slow, because the harder you try to throw that, it's more likely to go over the top and into that tree, and I hate untangling from trees. Go for it, mate. When you're ready. First throw, here we go. Oh, I tell you what, it wasn't a bad effort. Try reel it in for me, mate, nice and slow so we don't get snagged. That was a great effort. Thanks for being part of the competition, mate.
Thank you.
Have a good night, eh? Everyone, round of applause. And next. All right, whenever you're ready, let's get a red one. Oh, we got a prize at least. Well done. That is, now Tez will confirm this, but it's definitely, now it was a milkshake you couldn't have, right? Okay, you get to choose whatever beverage you like other than an alcoholic beverage. Okay? They do mocktails and they're really delicious. My girls love them. So that is part of your prize. Well done, and Tez will sort you out with that one in a couple of secs. Are you around, Tezza? Oh, here she is. Who we got? Okay, that's all open and ready to go for the cast. All right, straight on that board. I want to see some balloons pop. Oh, so close. You were that close. High five. Thank you for your effort. That was amazing. You ready, Summer? You got some proud parents over there by the sound of it. All right, you got this. Oh, it was a big cast. Did we kill anyone over there? Well done, Summer. That was I tell you what, that almost deserves a prize because of how far you just cast
Really
that.
good, yeah.
That would have been a ripper cast. Now, Dante, your old man's a gun fisho. I reckon you're better. What do you reckon? Well, you're going to be better one day because he's going to teach you. And the truth is that the student should always become better than the teacher one day. All right, that's all ready to go for you, mate. Do you want to help me?
Let's see.
Hey, you get in there, father and son.
Let's see the 5 years old what can do. All right, finger. Yeah. Okay, ti ricordi come si fa? Ok, dietro la testa. Ok. Yeah.
Oh, it was a big cast.
Got really in.
No balloons, so that was another ripper.
That's it. Well, we didn't break the lights.
Yeah, I'm going to go and untangle that from the tree. Thanks, Dante.
Go.
Oh, there we go. No, you did well. Well, everyone give Dante and all the kids a round of applause. That was just amazing. Well done, buddy. Well, that was just amazing to have the kids up just then. But Dino, we've pulled you out of the crowd, mate. I met you last night, and you're an absolute gun fisher around these parts, I've heard.
Well, I wouldn't say that, but my limited experience around here, I'd like to share and share my knowledge and give a few tips to the locals and other people visiting.
I like modesty. Mate, I'm going to play a clip. You're not going to be able to see it from where you are, but I'm going to play a little clip just now before we get going. Does everybody remember the golf stick fishing rod?
Oh, yes.
Sure, yeah. We do.
We do.
Going on the Pelagics again, I took the golf stick fishing rod out the day after the last session that we had upstairs here. It wasn't a good day. I've got to tell you, I was a little bit sore and sorry after that session. But I met the young fellas back at the end of the jetty. I met Hunter and Trayton down at the jetty.
Awesome.
And I fished with the golf stick fishing rod this time. And this is what happened. How's this? The golf stick fishing rod. Its first proper hookup. We're in trouble because I don't know how we're going to land it. Oh, I'll go over there. Actually, I'm going to drag him over to the rock. Wait, 2 nights ago.
Oh, I'm just so just hooked up.
Oh, I've got someone else's line, boys. Just be careful. Let it go slack. I think it's big Bluey. Pluto. Oh, man, that's dinner. Yeah, that's a good one too.
That's salmon. Hey,
That's
come
right.
to
Yeah,
me.
salmon.
Come to me. Oh, salmon. Pretty lucky. I hate salmon.
Oh, it's a big Bluey.
Oh.
Just don't grab the line yet, fellas.
I'll get it.
Hunter's going to get down there and he knows what he's doing.
Oh.
That's such a sick catch. Rigging it up.
Big one.
Just going to get around this pole, mate.
Wait. Oh, wow. Grab the string. That is big. That is definitely.
You'll grab him, bro.
That is creepy.
Yes, the golf stick fishing rod produces dinner. How good's that? I'll take it off you, mate. How's that? You're a legend, man. Cheers. And this is Hunter. He's a local legend down here on the jetty. Can wrangle a fish. And he's got me with a little blue salmon on the golf stick fishing rod. This is the greatest day of my life. Dead set. I'm so hungover too from last night. I do love an exaggeration. I think having children and getting married was probably up there with my greatest days of my life, boys. My wife's watching this from home, probably. Anyway, Dino, so mate, your local knowledge is pretty extensive. You chase a lot of different fish, right? And from our conversation last night, you do love chasing pelagics.
Yep.
You do love your demersals.
When they're on. Yep.
When they're on. Give us a bit about how you look for them, mate. What things are you looking for in particular?
Usually I fish the 20-metre contour, which is about 30 k's out,
Yep.
more or less. And then I look for a reef system 12 to 15 metres deep. Then I target the fish there. And I mean, when you've got good electronics, the poor old fish don't stand a chance.
We were talking about that last night too.
Yeah,
It's a little bit of a sad
With these,
scenario these days,
These
isn't
new
it?
sounders, yeah.
We're not giving these fish a chance.
No.
Not there's any shortage out here, but you're basically
That's
frying
right.
their brains now with the technology we've got, with all the
Yep.
electronic signals that
pretty
we're
spoiled.
finding these fish. But mate, there's a little bit more to it. Another thing that you brought up that was very important when chasing mackerel in particular is the speed. There's a magic speed that we all know. What is it?
Your trawling speed, I think 5 to 6 knots.
Yep.
And again, I prefer the deep diving lures. So I'd get down where the big fish are. When you want the big mackies, you've got to get past the spotties and all the rubbish at the top.
Jeez, that's something I didn't know.
So yeah, I target from
down the bottom's where you're
12,
getting your bigger ones.
Yeah, 12 to 15 metres, and the lure I use, my lure of choice, and I'll show you.
Yeah, get that out.
I don't mind
You
giving
brought a
you
whole
some
bag of
secrets.
goodies, didn't you, mate? This is amazing.
I did.
Hope you don't want any payment, because I'm broke.
Well, actually, Vince here put me onto
Yeah.
a good trick when I called into Venture Sports one day.
Yeah.
So the Rapala Magnum X-Rap 30, a deep diver, dives to 9 metres. So when I'm looking for a reef 12 metres, I'm setting that just above the reef, and that's where I find the bigger mackerel are.
Beautiful.
And this, yes, they are expensive, $35 a pop, and nobody likes losing lures, but you do lose them to sharks and other scenarios.
But you've got to be
But they,
prepared to lose gear, don't you? I mean, you want to catch fish.
And as you said, if you're going to have a good day, you be prepared to spend a couple $100, and that's fishing.
100%.
Can I have a look at it? Is this what you just bought a couple of weeks ago? A few weeks ago, eh?
Oh, last year. That's last
Longer than
year's
that,
one.
perfect, yeah.
Are we
'cause
just going
I've
to keep
seen-
holding this in front of me? It's making me nervous. There's hooks everywhere. I'm really known to get hooked.
Oh, I can see this lure have hooked a few fish, yeah?
It's smashed a few fish, and not only
Awesome,
that,
and something quite important I wanted actually to have a chat
which you put me on to, Vince.
was the double split rings in here. We'll have a chat about it later on. I'll talk about this.
Let's have the chat now, because we're going to move on to some different segments. And
I took your advice, and the double split ring.
Oh, did you? Yeah, okay.
And it does increase your hookup rate by that
Beautiful.
rotating.
Yeah.
Unreal.
360.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
my
so
little choice,
this
and it
is
works.
also the same technique I use on stick baits for mackies.
Yep.
And not just for what we were talking about, jumping fish or shaking heads, they actually let you stay connected to the fish a little bit longer, but
Yes.
also, especially on top water, when you actually have that mackies coming at full speed and tend to jump out of the water,
Yep.
because of the extra length on the hooks,
On the
you
split
actually
ring.
have a little bit more or better hookup ratio that way.
Yeah, I found you a better hookup, and for their aggressive feeding style, that's exactly what happens.
Beautiful.
When they smash that, and that's been smashed many times. as you
There's
say.
barely any clear left on it, mate. That's unreal. So he
And
can
it's my
catch a
lure of
fish. He's
choice.
not lying. I can see in his lures.
My lure of choice, and not only that, it picks up coral trout. This colour, the limelight UV,
Yeah.
Yep.
and that depth on that system, even where the mackies are, you get coral trout.
Yeah, right.
And-
So
and that works for me.
say your pelagic slow down slightly. Is that something you would do? You would slow your troll speed down, or
Yeah.
get it diving a bit deeper. How would you get it diving a little bit deeper? Is there a technique? Is there something you can do?
If you go too fast with these, they don't swim, but they do have
Yep.
a tight action, so you've got to bring your speed down to 4 knots, and you've got a chance of picking up a trout, which
Yeah. So it's just that speed. It's not so much the depth
Yeah.
at that point. Just this
Your trolling
slow
speed.
wobble over the reef.
yep, slow it
Yep.
down, get a trout, and it's a welcome catch in any boat.
Surely,
Although-
if you wanna go a little bit deeper with deep diver, you go down on the leader size, and then
Yep.
obviously you got less friction pulling
Yes.
the lure up.
Yep.
And because of the thinner diameter, you actually get a couple of extra meters.
That's amazing.
Right.
That's
Well, that's
something I
good.
never would have thought of.
No, I didn't know that, but I do prefer a mono leader over the wire too, and
Yes.
I find more hookups.
Yeah. You see, when you go to
Mono.
4 knots, that would help to actually go right down to, let's say, 50, 60 pound leader. You do
Yep.
actually get
Get deeper.
even deeper. Yeah.
Did you want to show us a couple of your lures, Vinny?
Yeah,
Because
can be
you
done.
brought a selection as well.
Can be
Probably
done.
don't have time to go through all of them. But
No. This one is actually grouped. So what we've seen already from the video is that the Halco Slide Dog did really well, particularly in this color. Now, what I wanted to show you here today was this is a cigar, which is small size but pretty heavy. This is already 40 grams for 120, and I do really well on this color and this particular lure as well. If you want to go very slow on your retrieve, especially when you are on top of reef or reef edge, this is what Matt was using. On this color, right? This one was the Fusilier color.
It was a very old lure, the one I was
Okay.
using. It's not a colour I make anymore, but very similar. So it was a pilchard. I go
you
for
got
the
a
natural
pilchard?
colours.
Beautiful.
I like the pilchard colours, yes.
So what I realized when we were filleting the fish, yellowfin were actually spitting Fusiliers. This is the 125. Awesome for your walking the dog, but also on very high speed. He has a pretty nice, let's say, wobbling action under the water.
On fast retrieve, this is a new Richter lure called Sick Bait. This is 150 mils for 60 grams. Very new, actually got maybe 2 months. It has been on the on our pegs on the shop floor, and this is something quite new that Matt, I think, brought out.
Yes, Matty did bring some GT ice cream.
Right, a few years ago. This is a GT ice cream. Again, very heavy for long casting. It's top water, and this is just splashes on the surface, imitating a garfish skimming on the surface. Again, as we were saying, I like, especially for mackies, I like the double split ring. It helps with the hookup ratio, especially for mackies. Tunas do swallow the lure from behind, so they outrun the prey, open their mouth and swallow it. Mackies generally go from the side, turn their body sideways and attack, a little bit like tailors in Perth, but then they actually grab the lure or the bait from the side, always aiming at the back side of the prey.
Yes. Or they come from 10 feet in the air, straight down on top. I don't get how they do it. I know that animals have a sense that we don't have, but they're hauling ass against 6 knots of a lure going through the surface. And they're reading the lure, leaping out of the water, 10 feet back here, going 6 to 10 feet in the air and dropping on it. And if you watch the clips in slow motion, you'll see the mackies in midair turn their bodies to then sometimes hit the lure front on. So as it's coming into their mouth.
So you're saying that you think that they dive onto the lure?
Yeah,
I think they go the other way.
So in most of our footage, they're picking it up. They're coming up and hitting it.
And hitting
it, I've also seen them, and I don't think we got any footage this day, but come out of the water and hit the lure from the top down. Yeah. It's an amazing thing they do.
And again, it's their aggressive feeding style, and when they're on the chew, they go ballistic.
Well, you also see how big is their mouth.
Yes.
So they got to be good on that.
Absolutely.
Speaking of which, I'll touch on a safety tip. What you were talking about before about hooks and hands and dealing with any fish in your boat or pelagic, especially a big mackerel.
I need to know this.
When they get up around 1200, 1300.
Boga grips.
That is essential to keep the hooks out of your hand and their teeth out of your legs.
Yeah.
And your old pliers to get them, retrieve your lure.
I'm going to go and spend a bit of money at Adventure Sports, I think, and I'm going to invest in some gear that's going to get me hooked a little bit less. Thank you for bringing that on.
I reckon you need the steel glove in your case.
I probably need to give up fishing if I'm going to be honest. I don't know how I'm a chippy and not lost a finger.
Let's go hard or go home.
While we're on the talk of subject of gear, guys, there's something very, very special that I got sent, and we touched on it at the very end of our last episode, guys. The Rod God. I got sent this thing, I took it down and had a look. Have you not seen the Rod God?
No.
Well, you're about to. So the question on everyone's lips has been, what is the Rod God, Matty? We brought it up back at the Samson Beach Tav the other day. Guys, it is basically a glorified rod holder, and it does everything you need on the beach. It's got a bait compartment, beer holder, it's even got a bottle cap opener there. It's got a knife holder. The best thing about this contraption is they've thought about the placement of your rods. So instead of everything just all coming out the top, there's compartments along the side there to put each rod into. You can have one to the right, one to the left, one out long. You can have 2 out long if you want, because you've got a big space at the top. Guys, I don't know, I just love these inventions, especially stuff that's built right here in Australia. So if you've ever thought about organising yourself while beach fishing, get onto the Rod God. He's on Facebook. I think he's on Instagram. I'll confirm that. But just get a hold of him, send him a message and buy the product, because it's an absolute gem. The Rod God. So this thing is made here in Australia. It's over in Queensland from a great fella over there that, I don't know what his background is. I really need to have a chat with him more about it, but he's just come up with this contraption that, I didn't show it in the footage there, but you can drop a beer in there. Not that one. That one there.
That's it.
There we go.
Beautiful.
You drop a beer in there. I've used this before. Where, hey, That's where they went.
That's it.
Hey, I just found me paddle tails.
Thanks for that.
Great colour paddle tail, that, by the way. That's the, how do you say that, Vin?
It's a biwa.
Biwa. They're great plastics. Queenies absolutely love them. Jacks love them. But yeah, look, guys, you've got compartments for everything here. What else we got there, Dino?
Oh, we got the
Marker pen, because we all take marker pens fishing.
True.
Yes,
Gonna hang a lure on there. Look at this.
Watch out the hooks.
Although, are we fishing with lures while we've got rods and a rod holder? Probably not.
Well, we've got pliers.
pliers, knife. What else do you want?
So, a massive shout out to these guys. Get yourself a rod god, guys, because as you're about to see in the next clip along, I've made use of this, not even on the beach, but in the rocks. Yeah. Can I get rid of this rod god?
Give it to me.
It's great when you need it, but then when you don't need it,
Just chuck it in my
Touching your rod.
it's been rolling around in my wife's boot of the car for so long now, and she's just like, get this thing out of here.
Yeah, give it to my wife.
Yeah, I won't do that, mate, because I don't want to get in trouble. Any more
I
trouble?
got a
than
new
we'll
tackle box for my ex-wife. It was a good swap.
Yeah?
Yeah,
How good's that?
absolutely, yeah.
Amazing contraption, the old rod god, mate. I'm pretty stoked with that thing, and I do use it quite a bit. Now, we need to touch on the Billfish Classic, because it's a huge event up here.
I reckon people have been experiencing it already, but this year, first of all, the weather was awesome. And I think there were 25 or 28 boats up there. And there was a huge amount of sailfish being caught.
Yep, lots of sailfish.
I've got a little bit of an issue with this competition, right? We're all fishermen here, right? We love to exaggerate. Now, I go to the Billfish Comp. I'm not speculating anything here. I'm simply having a conversation about this. I walked around and I said, fellas, I need some footage. I'm going to cover this. I'm going to do like a little report on your sail fishing adventure. Oh, no, we don't have any footage. You go, what do you mean you don't have any footage? You got photos? Oh, no, we don't take photos. We just go out there and we catch them. I said, so after you've caught a billfish, what do you do? Well, they call the billfish in. They've tagged it and they've caught it.
Yeah.
Release?
But there's no evidence.
Yes.
You see where I'm going? There's no evidence. And we're fishermen. We exaggerate.
So everyone has been shooting numbers.
Well, again, I'm not going to speculate. They're all amazing humans. And the Pilbara's a trusty place, right? You'd like to think
Absolutely.
it's a family environment
Very trusty.
where everyone's just doing the right thing. But it comes back to UFOs.
All right.
But people are reporting UFOs and aliens, and we've all got smartphones and cameras on them, but no one's got a photo of an alien or a UFO in their backyard, do they?
So you still reckon that?
I'm only having a laugh, boys.
Yeah,
The fellas are not lying. There was no liars in that group, but let's have a look how the Billfish Comp went anyway. Righto, Ginger, it's been a big 3 days on the water, mate. Fill me in. How did it go for you?
Mate, I've had a shocker this weekend, but everyone else has had an absolute gem, so I'm really proud of everyone else in the committee, all the competitors.
Is it just me? Have I come up here and jinxed you? Because it seems like when we went fishing, I jinxed you, and then I told you I was going to come and film this, so...
You left that black cloud on the boat, mate. I can't shake it.
Well, I reckon I need to get back out there and shake it for you.
100%.
But while you were out there not doing so well, I was catching billfish in here, so let's have a look at that. Even though you had a bad one, mate, there was a few guys out there that had absolute rippers. So how did they go?
Mate, the top boat, I think they've got 20-something fish this week, this weekend. Well, there's two boats got over 20. Another guy that we're fishing close to, he got like 15 fish, so they've done extremely well.
How did you go?
Mate, we got our one fish. Wasn't the greatest start that we've had in a competition, that's for sure, but we got a first fish on the first day, got our monkey off the back. We didn't catch one last year, we dropped all our fish. We got a little sailfish, about 4 kilos on the first day. We dropped another about 20 kilos a little bit after that, and then the next day, all we got is a yellowfin and a couple of bust-offs, and then today, we've probably lost about 4 good fish today, so it's been really unfortunate.
Mate, how does it all work? What do you got to do to win in this competition?
So there's a champion boat, champion anglers, so male, female and juniors. We've also got door prizes, and then we've got lucky angler draws too. So you just have to catch a billfish. Any tagged billfish that you get in puts a tag card into the raffle. You win a Talika pack, vouchers. There is literally $50,000 worth of prizes to win this year.
That's unreal. 50k worth of
50K,
prizes.
yeah.
I'm getting in this next year, and I'm coming in hard and strong, mate.
Bring it on, mate. Bring it on.
Let's go up and have a drink, eh?
Sailfish and 13 marlin. Please put your hands together for all the competitors. One of the best all-time competitions that we had.
After all that joking around, a massive congratulations to RT and the team. That was a big win, some big prizes there. And again, guys, I'm just taking the piss with stuff like that. I know the boys slayed out there, and everybody was watching. You're basically all on the same ground catching sailfish, and it confirmed there was a lot of fish caught. But look, Dino, thanks so much for joining us up here tonight, mate. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you on board. Thanks for your tips.
And it's a pleasure to be here.
I'm sure we'll get out for a fish one of these days, mate. Everyone give him a round.
Thank you,
Thanks,
mate.
mate.
Thank you, Vince.
Thank you,
See you
mate.
next
See you
time.
next time. Cheers, mate.
Thank you, mate.
Now, when we stay in Samson, Vinny, there's a very special place that I like to stay, and it's directly across the road there at the Cove. The Cove Holiday Village is just amazing.
We're loving it.
Let's have a quick look at the Cove, and then we're going to touch on some special accommodation that's here as well, because I also stay here when I come in town, and it's absolutely amazing. So the accommodation and the staff over at the Cove are just amazing, mate. But equally here at the Samson Beach Tab, there's accommodation that's part of all of this, the general store, the accommodation, and it's phenomenal. You're actually staying in one of the rooms here.
Yeah.
What's it like, mate?
Awesome. I really like how they take care of the whole area, outside, around the swimming pool. The rooms are nice and, cozy, warm, welcoming. I like that.
The moment everybody's been waiting for, Vinny. The big competition, mate. We're about to pop some balloons. Who's confident out there? Oh, my God.
Oh,
Can we
yeah.
try that again? Is anybody confident out there?
Come on, guys, give it up. Yeah.
All right, so Tezza, I need you up here, mate. She's an absolute gun at what she does. She's always looking after us, isn't she, Vinny? Hey? The food here is spectacular. Everything else is amazing. But the service, you cannot fault it. Now, we've got the tickets here. Where are they? I thought it was my spew bucket for when I go fishing. Now, jump up here with us, Tez. This is Terry Bailey, everyone. She is an absolute gem. Now, I really feel like we're going to give a big prize away tonight, Terry. What do you reckon?
I reckon we could.
Yeah?
I don't have a mic on.
You don't, do you? No.
So you won't.
Terry doesn't have a mic on. So, Tez, I'm going to get you mic'd up with my mic.
Okay.
What we're going to do is share a mic here, mate. Tez, I want you to draw a ticket. I'm confident. We're gonna give a big prize away tonight.
All right.
Let's have a look. What do we got? Drum roll.
All right. Is a blue ticket, F for Freddo Frog, and 38.
F38. Oh, we got one. Hey, here we go. Oh, the big fella. How are you going to cast with one hand? Now, this is special. This is special. I'm just going to walk over there with the
so
microphone.
challenging.
Now, you guys can be the judges. What's your name for everyone behind the camera, mate? I know.
Ashley.
Now, Ash, what happened to you recently? Let's have a look at your arm.
So, got bitten by a shark.
Yeah, right.
3.5 metre tiger shark.
He's a fisherman, you can tell, because he's full of shit already. Come over here in front of the stage, mate. Now, you've broken a finger, haven't you?
Yeah, broke my finger playing football.
I was going to say, gun footy player. And how did you go while you were out there? Play good footy?
Yeah, I played really good footy. I was actually playing a really good game.
Yeah.
And then
Not modest, are you?
Broke my finger.
That's it.
Mate, that sucks. How are you going to do that? No, I could do it, so I'm sure you could do it.
I've already been practicing, you know.
Bloody beautiful. Now, mate, we're not going home. We're not leaving this pub until you pop a balloon, right? So it doesn't have to be one cast. You can have many. But the second you pop a balloon, that's where it stops. So can you please pop a red balloon?
Yeah.
I want to give this prize away. Where's this rod? Let's get it.
Please don't aim at the milkshake balloon then.
The reasonably priced combo. Now, have a play with it, have a look at it, have a think about it. I know what I'd want to do if I was casting that thing, and it'd be have that lure nice and high. But
well,
you're a better fisherman than me, so I'm not going
cannot be doing worse than the kids anyway.
They did well. Now, if I were you, mate, I would stand over here closer to the bar, because that wire from all our gear sucks. All right, you've got this, mate. Come on. Red balloon, red balloon. Oh, he's hit it. It didn't pop.
He bounced.
It didn't pop.
He bounced.
All right, well, you know what you got to do. Now pop it.
Just watch out the TV.
If you didn't throw it like a pansy, you'd be all right. Ah, he's got it.
Well done.
Congratulations, mate. And that's a bit of luck because you've busted your finger up and now you've got a massive prize pack. Now,
Amazing.
Anybody that didn't see it before, the prize pack is basically $250. Thank you to Adventure Sports. $250 to your next rod and reel combo, right? So you can spend $1,000 if you want, and I'm sure they want you to as well. Yeah. But they're giving you $250 towards it. There's an esky here that my cameraman Don's sitting on right now. Bring that over here, Don. And
if you need help to spend the $1,000, I can help you with that.
Now, mate, this is the Techni Ice Cooler. I don't know much about it, to be honest. I'm not trying to sell it. I'm just giving it away. But that's going to get a few fillets, because I know you love catching your fish. That's going to get a few fillets in there. Matty Vizar contributed to this pack as well. So thank you very much, mate. There's just have a look at all the gear in there.
Yeah,
that's one of them.
Lots of gear in there.
There's some fishing shirts, which I made a bit of a mention of before. You're going to need this for a car park sale that's coming up. Have you been to one of the car park sales before?
Yeah.
What's
so
it
that
like?
will give you priority.
It's really good, really great. Heaps of cheap stuff. Got like a $450 rod and reel combo for about $100.
Unreal.
So yeah.
Well, mate, one of these shirts, there's a bunch in there. You get to take one that fits you. That's going to entitle you to the first mob of people that run in the door. I say running in the door, you're actually running into the car park. So we'll pick a size out for you in there, mate.
This year the shop will be open as well with staff inside. That's a big difference from the other years.
Sure.
Which was only car park sale.
Yeah, okay, so you're saying that I was right the whole time and you haven't corrected me to this point?
Well, I was seeing how long it could have gone. Basically the t-shirt this year in particular will give you priority and skip the queue and choose whatever you want to go as first.
I know you love squidding too, mate. Bunch of squid jigs. Tash from Adventure Sports, Tash and the crew at Adventure Sports worked hard on thinking about stuff to put in there. Just going to get some big fish on that, mate. There's a headlamp. But, mate, first of all, congratulations. Thank you very much for being part of it. I want to shake that hand, but I can't, so we'll shake that one. Well done, legend. Take your prize back away. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to get Tez and Vinny to come to the front of the bar for me. Mate, thank you so much to yourself, Dion, and everybody, every piece of staff in this place. It's an absolutely amazing joint. The accommodation's phenomenal. The food is amazing. And, mate, this is a no-brainer. This is my favourite place in the world.
Beautiful. Thank you for coming and...
Doing the show?
Yeah.
maybe you're not quite as good in front of the camera as
I told you liked everybody.
Vinny, thank you so much again, mate. It's been an absolute pleasure having you on. Now, Vinny is the face of the show for tackle, guys. So if you ever need anything, jump into Adventure Sports here in Karratha. If you're up in the area, have a chat to him. He really knows his
Happy to help.
Beautiful. Thank you very much to everybody that came tonight. We had an absolute ball. Enjoy the rest of the night.
Thank you.